Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is taking us on the way to fulfill the purpose of human life. We are born on this earth, and the nature has provided us with a human body which is entirely different from all other species on this earth. We can't compare human existence with any of the life on this earth. Millions and millions of lives, unimaginable. If you take a few glasses of water from the outside, fallen water, you'll see in lakhs bacteria and viruses. The whole world, you can see how many types of insects and animals are there. What is the difference between all other species and human is the intelligence. All animals also have intelligence, but only they are driven by how to survive in this world without utilizing what nature has provided us with the resources. Human mind, human system can recognize, identify, discover the resources and utilize them for the comfortable living on this earth. And not only making our life comfortable and joyful here, but to transcend the nature and go beyond, which is not in the possession of any other beings on this earth. Only human is endowed with that intelligence which can take you beyond the nature. So Sri Ramakrishna time and again says, you have acquired a human body. Why don't you transcend the nature and enter the life eternal of unending bliss, joy and peace? The only purpose of human life is to realize God. Whatever you do in this world is going to be destroyed. You may build huge buildings, hospitals, whatever you want you can do, even your education, this, that, everything ends. Whatever you do in this world has an end. Finally, once in a way, everything will be washed out. Time washes away everything. So, Sri Ramakrishna time and again insists, realize God first. Time is going, life is going away. Keep that, realize and leave that legacy behind. The only purpose of human life. What are you going to leave behind? A legacy for the next generation. Where even the nature which we have utilized, we are not leaving for the next generation. We don't care for the coming generation. We are throwing an assault on nature that future generation have to suffer. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna wants the release of the soul from the bonds of nature. Shambhu Malik once talked about establishing hospitals, dispensaries and schools making roads, digging public reservoirs and so forth. I said to him, don't go out of your way to look for such works. Undertake only those works that present themselves to you and are of pressing necessity. An important instruction. When Swami Vivekananda went round the land of this India during his Parivrajaka, he saw people in large numbers, almost all, whole of India as if struggling in poverty and in ignorance. So Sri Ramakrishna wanted Naren to take the lead to teach the mankind of the need. He is passing through the whole world, seeing the India, seeing their conditions. He felt, oh, what is this? Where are these people? They don't have a morsel of food to eat properly. They have not developed their intelligence. They are in great tamas, darkness, covered with ignorance. Who will lift these people? So he wanted those who can, those who understand, those who can listen to the call to wake up and serve the world day and night, to lift them to higher levels of consciousness, higher level of living. In those days, it was an urgent necessity, and there was response. The world started changing. India started changing. And slowly now, it has come to almost self-sufficiency, that every human in this India, in this land, have something to sustain his life. There is no dearth as earlier. Any person can do small works and live with whatever minimum requirement of the living condition. So it is not now, but the level of morality has gone down. Spirituality is disappearing. Now the time has come. We have to shift the paradigm again to the spiritual awakening. The urgent necessity in the world now, there is spiritual crisis. All things, all enjoyments are available. All, whatever you need, so many gadgets and this and that, fast moving vehicles, everything is there. But man has lost his peace. At the cost of peace, he has attained all these things. What is the use of living if a man doesn't have peace and joy of living? Frustration, commonly you see, depression, stress, tension, all these terms we never heard in our early days. Now it is becoming, every man is stressed. Everybody is in a psychological disorder as if. A few are those who are able to stretch beyond the materialistic tendencies, are able to understand and trying to hold something unchanging. So this is what we see in the world now. There is spiritual crisis, there is social emergency, and we need to give them spiritual wealth now. Create small pockets here and there and spread from that the light of spirituality again. It's very, very difficult. because man's natural tendency is to run after the enjoyments, to make them understand any kind of enjoyment is going to destroy them, make them weep, become despondent. To make them understand is very difficult, because enjoyments are such things which catch man. Now and then, small age onwards, we have to go on giving them right understanding of life, right understanding of it is possible. In Indian land, it won't be much difficult to transform back to the pure divine life. But large scale people who have renounced the world and with one object of serving this society, serving humanity, must be there. Mankind must come up, humanity must feel joy of living, that one thirst within, and who renounces, for that they will be able to transform the society, otherwise we won't be able to. A few, whoever can, have to renounce and lift up build up a system. New awarenesses have to be created, understanding has to be given. So this is the responsibility of every human to see that they themselves evolve and try to help the others to evolve. The ancient saying of this land, Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shanti Mapnuyat, Shanto Muchyeta Bandhebhyo, Muktaschanyan Vimochayet. The bad should slowly evolve to goodness. Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shanti Mapnuyat. One who have raised to the goodness, have become good, they have to get peace, an important condition. Bad must become good, good must attain peace within. And the peaceful one will be able to get freedom from all bonds. That is beyond the nature. He will be able to go beyond nature. Inner peace, the whole thing has calmed down. All desires have burned down. There is nothing seeking or running after. When this is there, then it is able to transcend the nature, all bonds, bondage and suffering. And at that time, you will see he becomes free. He is able to attain freedom by transcending the nature. And that person has to again help the others to get release. Muktascha anyan vimochayet. This is the ideal. The cyclic must go on. Each must realize, help others to realize. So Sri Ramakrishna says, don't go out of your way to look for such works. Doing good is necessary, but don't thrust yourself to run after searching for what good I can do. Whatever presents by themselves, immediately attend to them. You see a man suffering, run and help. But don't go on searching, because your mind, which is to be kept on the divine, and you have to evolve. You are in you are in the floods. You cannot serve another who is drowning. So you have to come to the banks if you want to save others from the floods. So Sri Ramakrishna says, don't run after the work and activities. Whatever presents themselves, don't leave. Attend to them wholeheartedly. whatever presents themselves. What beautiful advices you see. Don't go out of your way to look for such works. Undertake only those works that present themselves to you and are of pressing necessity. And those also in a spirit of detachment. Let there be no attachment to activities or its fruit. I want certain things to happen. I cannot. I will not have freedom if I insist on the fruit or insist on activity. Both will not will not serve the purpose. So you have to release all the holdings. Spirit of detachment. It is not good to become involved in many activities. It is not good to become involved in many activities. Running about here, their mind is distracted. What can he give to the others? He can't give anything. That makes one forget God. Whatever happens in and through all activities and duties of life, you have to keep your mind calm, uninvolved. Coming to Kali Ghat temple, some perhaps spend their whole time in giving alms to poor. They have no time to see the mother in the inner shrine. First of all, manage somehow to see the image of the Divine Mother, even by pushing through the crowd. Then you may or may not give alms as you wish. You may give to the poor to your heart's content if you feel that way. Work is only means to realize God. What all we are doing, ultimately it must lead to God. 2-3 days before, I got the results of one or two devotees' children. One has scored 92, another has scored 94 out of 100, and another, we went somewhere, there we saw she has got 96 out of 100. And I written a letter to them. The purpose of life is different. The secular education has a purpose, and ultimately this is the result that you have got in papers only. It has to be translated into life. Though it's a small class, that is 10th standard, they are entering into college now with that. Pre-university, they are going to enter. Quite grown up, 10 years means age will be minimum 15 years of age, fully grown up body. They will have the proper understanding also. But if these marks that you have got, if they are not translated into life, it is in papers only. You have written an answer paper and you have got this. See that ego and pride that follows the result should not be there. Feel humble. Nobody can acquire success in life without divine grace and without nature's benediction. So anybody has attained anything is only nature. We have right to act, but we have no right to claim the fruit. I can apply for a job. I am a fit person, I am qualified, I deserve, I may apply. To give the job or not, he holds the employer holds the entire freedom and authority. He can refuse. Though I deserve, I may apply, I have freedom to act, but fruit giver is someone else. God and nature has to give the fruit. Fruit is not in my hand, action is in my hand. So, how to get the fruit, desired fruit, is through the process of humility. You must become humble. You must be loving. Two conditions, universal love. You cannot differentiate. Compassion, service, sacrifice. If these things are there, you will see that you expose yourself, your soul is exposing to the grace of the divine. The ego resists the grace of it. Is like carrying umbrella, going in umbrella. It is in rain. It is continuously raining, but you are holding an umbrella. The water is not touching you. Like that ego is the umbrella that resists the grace of God to reach us. The grace of God cannot reach us if ego is there. It's constantly flowing. God is always eager to give, but we don't get because of the ego. When that goes off, then we will see that we are blessed. We expose to grace, and the soul receives the grace and benediction of the nature. Then we get the real success. Success is not in the mark sheet. Everything has to be offered back to the divine. I have written the exam. I have got a very high marks only because there is the will of the divine. So it is to be offered back. Offering back the activities, my marks, my mark sheet, everything I offer back to thee, and then enjoy the fruit myself. Tena tyaktena bhunjita magrata kasya svithanam. Ishavasyopanishata. Through renunciation you enjoy. Whatever you have got, even life on this earth is a gift from nature. Offer it back and enjoy. It's meant for you. Through renunciation alone you have to enjoy. So offer the mark sheet, after the marks, offer the whatever results you have got back to the divine and be free. So in freedom you will enjoy. This is translating into life. And ultimately, this must help your manifestation of divinity. You are getting marks 90%, 95%, 100% marks. It has to help the manifestation of divinity. Otherwise, what is the purpose served? You may get a job, you may earn your stomach and go on acquiring again and again karmas, that's all. Good and bad karmas you will go on doing and get the merits and demerits of action. You will never evolve. You have to evolve. Evolution is possible only when you translate what you have got into life. The paper success and life success are different. Your life must be successful. Your marks are results are successful. Now your life must be successful. So everything, whatever you get, whatever you achieve, whatever you feel, whatever you possess, must lead you to the divine. Then only it has served its purpose. Otherwise, purpose is defeated. You got high marks, you got lot of wealth, you have got health, God has given you health. If it is not utilized, to evolve, it is as good as not, the purpose is not served. So, purpose is served of what all you possess and what all you earn when you evolve, when you are manifest inner divinity. Otherwise, everything is lost. It is cursed to get wealth if we do not know how to utilize it properly. Best way, how can I spend the wealth given by the nature and God? I must know. I may waste it in physical enjoyments. I perish. I can use it as sacrifice. I can share with others. I can love others, serve others. Do it in such a way I too evolve and help others to evolve. Then it has served its purpose. And nature, God and society will be ever grateful to you and your acts. Every good thing you do is an offering to the humanity. Future generation will remember how our ancestors lived. So each one living a noble life now, our future generation will be just remembering and honoring it. It is not good to become involved in many activities that makes one forget God. Coming to Kalighat temple, some perhaps spend their whole time in giving alms to poor. They have no time to see the mother in the shrine. All love. First of all, manage somehow to see the image of the Divine Mother, even by pushing through the crowd. Then you may or may not give alms as you wish. You may give to the poor to your heart's content if you feel that way. Work is only the means to realize God. All actions, whatever you do, must help you realize God ultimately. Because whatever you do is going to disappear in this world. Great things. When I was on the banks of Narmada, I was passing through many old temples. Nobody is there. It is a fallen condition. Nobody is there to light a lamp. Great kings have built such beautiful temples and all in fallen condition. Nobody is there to repair it or light a lamp. So we see whatever you do in this world, as time eats away everything. Kalo jagad bhakshakaha. Everything goes away. So first see that you realize God, and whatever you do, whatever you have, whatever you achieve will lead you to the divine. Then work is only means to realize God. All activities, all work, whatever you do has two purposes: to live here on this world, to realize God and to realize God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.